What's up, guys? Dupes here, back again, playing a little bit of classic WoW. Coming to you live from the mean streets of Westfall. Unfortunately, it is raining, but figured I'd hop back on here and tell you guys a story. And this story is a true story, and it happened to me and my family over the past weekend. Um, if you've had a story like this, let me know. If not, that's fine too. Um, Again, there's no real direction with my content. Um, I just have a story to tell and I want to tell it, and I figure I will play some Classic WoW in the background because Classic WoW is easy to AFK. So, all right, here we go. So, over the past weekend, I was at my local Cracker Barrel. Don't know if you guys have ever heard of Cracker Barrel, but we were at Cracker Barrel, and Cracker Barrel, as you know, is a nice little southern restaurant. And I live about half an hour south of Nashville, Tennessee. So, I mean, we are down south. We're as south as south gets. And this was on a Sunday. And if you know Cracker Barrel, then you know that everyone and their mother is at Cracker Barrel on Sunday after church. So that is exactly what happened. Um, Church was very busy. I don't know why this stuff is down here. Hold on. So we went into Cracker Barrel, and normally, since they're very busy, you got to go in, you got to put your name in, and then you got to wait. There's always a wait, right? Well, this particular day, the staff was working really hard to not go on a wait, right? You never want to go on a wait. You want to keep those tables turning, right? You want people in, you want them sat, you want them fed, and then you want them out of there. You don't want them camping, which, sometimes that's not really up to you. But anyway, um, we got in there, and my family was already like second in line. So I said hello to my family, and we were just sitting there waiting. The hostess had gone to take somebody else to their seat, came back and started talking to the family that was in front of us, got them sat, and then came back. But there were two older ladies over to the left of us. Okay, so imagine, right? Imagine this post is the desk with the hostess, right? And here's me, and then I've got three family members here, right? And then over here there are two older ladies. I didn't know this until it was revealed to me, but it's a mother and a daughter, but the daughter is like probably like 54, 55 years old, something like that. And they are about as tall as this gnome and about as round as the Harvest Watchers, okay? And remember, we're in the South, so that's not uncommon. But anyway, uh, the hostess starts walking back from the tables, which are over here. Starts walking back and starts to talk to us, and then the daughter of the two ladies starts just berating this hostess and is like, we've been here and you took our name and you said this and all of that, you said that. And I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna let the workers handle it. um because here's the thing, right? I worked in food service for about 6 years, like before college and then in college and then after college. So I worked in food service for about 6 years, and I always was, trying to stick up for myself, stick up for my coworkers. And every time that I tried to, my manager would get on to me because the customer's always right, which is actual fucking like bullshit. And if you disagree, you are just wrong. The customer is not always right because most of the time the customer has no idea what the hell's going on. So anyway, um, this lady is berating the hostess, and the hostess is like 19 years old, maybe 19 years old, maybe. probably more like 17 or 18, and just really young, Um, and she's berating her, and the hostess can't really handle it, so she says, "I'm gonna go get my manager." Well, the manager comes over, and the manager is this middle-aged white guy, who's again no taller than this gnome, okay, and is trying to understand the situation and doing an awful job because as the manager is talking to the ladies, the other little hostess girl is trying her hardest to like explain to the manager what's going on, and every time she tries to explain her side of the story, the lady is again just berating her, okay? And so after probably about 60 seconds of this happening with the manager over there, I decided to step in because the manager was not doing his job and not de-escalating the situation. Okay? So again, right? Me, and then you've got the host stand, and I'll put a little bit of editing in. I'll try my hardest. But you've got lady number one and lady number two, who are about the same size, but one of them is the mother to the other. Okay, and then you've got the little hostess right here, a manager here, and then another hostess behind this counter. Okay, the manager is not de-escalating the situation, so I stand up big and tall, and I say, "Listen, it's time to move on. Okay, she said she's sorry. Just go enjoy your lunch." And the older of the two ladies turns around and grabs my hand and says, "Shut up! Just shut up! Just shut up!" As if I know, as if I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, I was standing there. I know the entire situation. Okay, and my mom and my grandma are like, "Don't you put your hands on my son! Don't you put your hands on my grandson!" And an altercation starts, and there's and mind you, oh shit. See, an altercation starts, right? Mind you, there is a line of probably 15 to 16 people behind me at this point. So these ladies are holding up everybody. Because at the end of the day, it can be solved by, okay, look, I understand you're sorry. Can we please just get sat because we've been waiting for a very long time? And then the manager says, yeah, absolutely. I'll get you sat right now. And that could be the end of it. But the lady just kept harassing the hostess, and I just wasn't going to stand for that. I had to stand up for the little girl. I mean, that's bullshit. So anyway, um my mom and my grandma are like, don't you touch my son. And all the while I'm basically silent, and I'm just letting the old ladies yell at me rather than yell at the little girl. And finally, the manager seats the old ladies, and then the hostesses are basically crying at this point, and my mom and my grandma are comforting them because that's what old Southern women do, is they comfort people. Um, but anyway, that happened, and it was a shit show, and I basically started and stopped a fight, but it was for a good reason. And I'll say, like my fiance always says, violence is only the answer if violence is the question, right? And so I wasn't the one that put my hands on anyone first. The old lady put her hands on me. Now, I very easily could have just, mollywopped somebody, but I didn't want to do that because they were old ladies and there was obviously a lot of attention to the situation. I didn't want to be caught up in a situation where I was the one that swung first, right? But I did, let the ladies know, like, this is not okay. And everyone behind me was totally on my side. Like, just let that shit go, right? Just, like, move on. Go enjoy your lunch. She said she was sorry. It doesn't matter anymore. Just go sit down. Um, and eventually, as soon as they got sat, then we got sat. They were going to sit us, like, right next to them. And we were like, we would rather not sit next to them. Like, we're fine. We just don't want to start any other. We don't want them to start any other altercation. So they sat us far away from them, thank goodness. But anyway, that is my story. And yeah, moral of the story is don't be a fucking dick to service workers, especially those who make your food, because you never know what could end up in your food. Um, yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening to the story. If you enjoyed it, um, like and subscribe, and hit the bell for the notifications, because this might be the direction that my content is heading, is where I'm just playing some classic WoW and I tell a story, or I rant about something, or I give my opinion on something. Because the last one got like a whole lot of fucking views. Um, and yes, I'm gonna make the title very clickbaity, so get ready for that. But anyway, guys, this has been me telling a story while playing some classic WoW and leveling a gnome mage. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.